Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'd like to show you how you can make some really quick and simple and super strong shelving brackets such as these ones here, just out of some scrap wood. Here is a quick sketch that I made for the design of these brackets, so if you'd like to copy this project you can pause the screen. So I'm going to be using small offcuts of 2x3 CLS timber for this project and some scraps of plywood. This is a really good project to use up very small offcuts which would otherwise be useless. I started off by marking up the lengths. I'm going to go with 200mm by 200mm for these brackets. You could make them larger if you wish. So first I needed to cut clean edges on the miter saw. So then I took an offcut and clamped it up to the miter saw to act as a stop block, so that I could get consistent lengths on all the pieces. So with these brackets you can have them in two orientations. You can have them like this in a wider orientation, or you can have them like this. I'm going to make them like this because my studs in my workshop are exposed, so that will match the surface area of the studs. But if you are attaching them to a flat wall you could have the orientation like this. For the fixings I'm going to be using these ceramic decking screws. I took a pencil and marked up where I want to drill some pilot holes, and these pilot holes need to be countersunk so that those screws go nice and deep into the wood. And here I'm just transferring the markings from one onto the other. Then I took an awl and made a mark ready for each hole. Now onto the drill press. First of all I drilled clearance holes. Now I want to countersink the screws, so I've got a depth stop set up which goes about halfway or so into the wood, and I can drill out these wider holes. I added plenty of glue to the butt joint, and then I could drive in the screws. Now for the plywood. The plywood I have here is only about 5mm thick, but whatever you've got If you've got some thicker stuff, you can use that. It will make the brackets even stronger. So I could offer up a bracket and then draw around it. Then I could just cut out the general shapes with a handsaw and then finish off the cuts on the bandsaw. I only had enough plywood for 3 sides. The 4th side is actually some hardboard, but that shouldn't matter. There should be plenty of strength here. So now I'm adding plenty of glue to the sides and spreading it around to get good contact. Then I could drill pilot holes and add screws. And this bracing should make the brackets really nice and strong. I used a chisel just to clean up some rough edges. And then gave both brackets a quick hand sanding to get the edges all nice and smooth. Then for the finish, I decided to go with this grey paint that I'm using in my workshop. Just matches the colour scheme. And because the wood is scraps, it just makes everything look neat and tidy. So now for attaching to a wall, I can offer them up, make sure they're nice and straight and plumb, and drill pilot holes into the studs. And then with the impact driver, drive in some more screws. So I added a shelf onto these brackets, which is a new workstation for my new Parkside lathe. Okay, so that is about it for this video. I think they turned out good in the end. They look okay. They were quite easy to make. They used up some scrap material, and most importantly, they are nice and strong. You'll have to take my word for it. I can't exactly hang on these because they're quite low to the ground, but they are nice and rigid and strong. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to give it a like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.